And welcome back to more Gravity Rush Remastered. Last time, we finally stopped Alias, so this time, we're going to look for the final missing part of town. Was that missing piece of Industria in another one of those rift planes? It was the third and last of the missing pieces of Hexaville. I had to find Gade. With his help, I knew I could bring it back and lift everyone's spirits. So our next mission is this way, past all of these stairs. Imagine actually having to walk up these stairs. It's so convenient being able to fly. But over here is Gade, as expected. You've been keeping busy, huh, Gravity Queen? Nice pick. They got your good side. Yeah, I kind of like that angle. Seems like you're taking to this hero business. Yep, I'm ready to bring back more of the city. Right, then let's get started. Nevidelic. Eliminate unwanted Nevi. Episode 10. Curiosity killed the cat. Are you feeling okay? You're acting funny. Dusty, please, I need you to stay focused. We have to bring that missing part of town back. And we have reached the final rift plane, the Mirage. The only way out is forward. I'd better get a move on. So this rift plane is a little bit different. Structurally, it's the same as they all are, where you have to defeat Nevi to make the flower bloom, and that points to the next flower, and eventually you reach the missing part of town. The difference, though, is since Dusty is not feeling well, we have limited power. You might notice that the gravity gauge depletes extremely quickly now, making it much tougher to fight enemies or even traverse the area. So this'll be interesting. Something's not right with Dusty. So here, while we normally would be able to easily fly all the way across without necessarily having to stop, maybe I can hitch a ride on that, we have to basically carefully platform across each of these with the limited gravity gauge. It's a really cool concept, actually. It does mean that this is a slower-paced rift plane, but I do like the twist of, basically, at this point you're probably pretty used to your gravity powers, and to have them limited is kind of a neat twist, and forces you to find other, more creative ways to deal with problems. So let's carefully fly up here, and past here we have more Nevi. There are quite a few new types of Nevi to fight here, including these spiky ones. Basically, once their spikes retract, they become vulnerable to attack. You have to time this kind of carefully, especially with our current gravity gauge situation. Beyond that, they're not too difficult. In the first area, there was also a new type of Nevi that basically hides underground and then tries to lunge. And once it misses its attack, it'll fall, and then it's vulnerable. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. There's an alternate path up there. I do not feel brave enough to take that path under the current circumstances. It also goes without saying that we will not be worrying about the secret Nevi fight. Not only because we need more upgrades, but also because I don't even think we can actually reach its location with our current gravity gauge. It's actually kind of far away, so yeah, there's no way we'll even be able to get to it, let alone fight it with our current situation. These spinning platforms I find a little bit tricky because I feel like you carry momentum, so it kind of throws you a little bit to the side, so that's a little bit tricky when platforming, and it's also trickier not being able to actually save yourself if you misjudge a jump. Well, you can a little bit, but still, you definitely don't want to rely on the gravity powers whenever possible. That type of Nevi there we have seen in the Fortune Teller level, but this is the first time we're fighting it because the last time was when Dusty ran off, so there's no way to fight that. You could use gravity kicks on the 3 cores on its back, but because of how difficult it is to just reach the cores, I would recommend using a special to hopefully break all of them. That was really dangerous, actually. I really wanted that precious gem, and almost fell off as a result. So far, so good, though. It is convenient that this particular Rift plane has a lot of platforms that are really close together, for the sake of actually being able to complete this. Lots of gems here. We have another one of those power-up trees off in the distance, and also I think I can actually see the missing part of town already. So yeah, overall this one isn't too bad. Definitely another one that's kind of more like navigation-oriented rather than combat-focused, partly because of just how unique it is trying to fight. I wonder what special power I'll get this time. Alright, let's find out. I can feel myself getting stronger. Summon a black hole to suck the Nevi out of existence. The red signal in the center of the gravity gauge charges up over time. Once it's charged, hold the left stick down and press triangle to use it. Luckily it just finished charging back up, so we'll be able to test it out on this group of Nevi. There are 8 Nevi over here, so this is a great place to actually test this. So down on the control stick and triangle. So yeah, we basically create a black hole. It's very effective against this group here. Didn't get all of the Nevi, sadly, so we'll have to use gravity kicks on the last couple. And we're actually almost there. That is definitely the missing part of town. There's the missing part of Industria. But there's still the problem of actually getting it back, especially considering the previous 2 had strong Nevi as bosses. Well, in the one case, Raven dealt with the boss. So yeah, this can only end well. Come on, Dusty, now's not a good time to be acting up. I need you. What's gotten into you? Did you eat something funny? It's also interesting that the Nevi poison seems to be affecting Dusty, but we don't have time to worry about that yet. We have to fight this strong Nevi. So basically, it has a bunch of smaller sections along this tower. As you can see, by attacking that did drain the boss's health. So I think we can't attack the main part of the boss until we deal with the smaller sections along the tower. Luckily, a lot of them have platforms, so there's no fear of falling down. But luckily, there are a lot of platforms down there, so it's more inconvenient than anything if you do fall. It's kind of just a pain trying to get back up here, but there's no risk of actually falling off the level, I feel. So yeah, overall, not too difficult. I actually think this next one is the toughest one to deal with because this one doesn't have ground nearby. So this might seem like overkill, but I am actually going to use the Gravity Typhoon to make this a lot simpler. By the way, remember you can dodge in midair, but in this case it does use up a little bit of the gravity gauge. So with all of these smaller parts of the Nevi dealt with, we can move on to the main part of the boss. So basically, like the smaller parts, it'll occasionally open up like that, so we can deal damage to its core. Overall, this boss isn't too bad, which is very convenient without, since we have to fight it without powers. So yeah, a few more hits, and we should be good to go. So yeah, not too bad. So let's finish this. What? I defeated that Nevi in the Rift Plane! How'd they cross over into the city? Are you feeling better yet, Dusty? I'm gonna need you. Episode 11, Thick Skin. How did it come back to life? And it keeps spitting out more Nevi, too. So Dusty's back to full strength, which is good, because we have another fight. We're immediately thrown into the next episode. So like before, let's try to break the smaller Nevi. Nevi are all over the city. How'd this happen? So yeah, let's try to break the smaller cores first, and then worry about the main boss later. Can't do this alone. I guess we kind of have to at this point, so let's do our best. Luckily there's a health pickup there, and our special charged up in case we need it. Cat, the Nevi keep coming. You gotta do something. I know, I'm doing my best here, but is that going to be enough? It kind of has to be. So let's keep fighting these Nevi and hope for the best. Whoa, I don't know who you are, but you really saved me. Thank you. We're the new Special Defense Force. Shifter, head up Storm Shield Tower and take out that Nevi. Hexaville has a Special Defense Force? Alright, cover me, I'm going in. The Nevi on the tower, got it. So like before, to defeat the giant Nevi, first we have to deal with the smaller Nevi. And now it actually has a health bar, which is a very good sign. The Nevi are finally starting to thin out. That battleship is amazing. So the problem is there are a lot more Nevi to deal with around, so we have to be very careful. I have to do my part. You might want to fight some of the smaller Nevi just to make it a little bit easier to maneuver. Because there's a lot of projectiles flying all over the place otherwise. So that's 3 down and 2 to go. So 1 is up here. Alright, there's another Nevi over there to worry about. So yeah, this is very hectic. Despite having our powers, this is still very difficult. One more taken care of, so 1 more small Nevi to go. The core is exposed. Now's my chance. It doesn't have much health left, but we can't rest quite yet because there's a lot going on. There's plenty of Nevi surrounding this, so let's actually deal with these first to to give us a little bit of breathing room. Let's try to finish this off. Only a few more hits left. That's actually not the special I meant to do, but it actually did a decent amount of damage. Alright, so yeah, it is definitely stronger. It also has like a shockwave attack to knock us back. So we have to back off periodically to a safe distance. We should almost be good to go though. It doesn't have too much health left. Like 2 or 3 more hits should be enough, but we still have to be very careful not to get hit because we're actually running pretty low on health. It's good to know actually that there's health up here in case you need it. Alright, so let's let the gauge recharge, and there we go. You're that gravity shifter, Cat. I'm Yuri Kurno, Special Defense Force Commander. Oh, well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Kurno, sir. The police have been overwhelmed by the growing Nevi menace. We're stepping in to become the line of defense this town so desperately needs. I've looked into you, you know. It would be an honor to work together. If we had someone of your exceptional abilities to round out our force, we'd be unstoppable. Exceptional? My abilities? Oh no, I'm just... Huh? Anyway, we're looking to strengthen the unit, so I'd like to formally extend you the invitation to enlist with us. We share a common foe after all. If you agree, you'd be placed under my command, which of course means following orders. Following orders? Correct. If you continue the reckless behavior you've displayed thus far, you'd place our lives and the lives of our citizens in jeopardy. We must act as one. Hold on there, pal. I get that you saved me back there, and I'm grateful for that, really. But even if Dusty was a little off his game today, me and this guy are a team. We'll be fine on our own. My interest in the military and that mysterious robot soldier vanished with our conversation. I thought the good times could go on forever, but the life that I had worked so hard to build from scratch was beginning to fall apart on me. Hexville's industrial district back in production. Nevi destruction takes toll. City demands government intervention. Mayor Bolsey vanishes after press conference. With Industria and its train station back in one piece, the train line is now operational. Cat can board the train at the station to access another town in Hexaville. I need to get away from all this. Maybe it's time to see a new part of the city? So, more of Industria is available to us, including the third manhole, which we actually weren't able to find before. So let's quickly uncover this. And instead of advancing the story, there's something else I'd like to take care of. So if we zoom out and check Playajune, another DLC mission is now available. So let's warp over there. It's I think the closest one would be this particular warp. And next time, we'll be starting the second set of DLC missions. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Gravity Rush Remastered.